Okay, welcome to class. Let's see here. Oh, that's so cool. That means you guys gonna have stuff to play with. I gotta finish that email off. Stop the clock. I did. All right, so it's a 5-minute window now before we begin. So just make sure everybody's cameras are working. Cameras, guys. Oh my goodness, y'all keep doing this. So 5 more minutes. Thank you, Gabriel. All right, there's Jacqueline. All right, cool. Is your microphone working today, Jacqueline?
I'm using my phone.
Okay, cool. But you're able to keep up with the work using your phone or your computer, or how are you doing it?
Well, I'm using the computer to join the meet, and you could connect the phone somehow. I just
I
found
got you.
out. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. We made it work. That's awesome. What was I about to say? So we're going to begin in 4 minutes with the norms in today's assignment. You may want to begin by setting your screens up too. All right. Thank you, Mr. Gray, for turning your camera on. Make sure this thing is taking the correct attendance. No, this is not computer science. This is physics. Okay, 4 minutes, everybody. Okay, looks like almost everybody's here. I'm just going through. Adam made it. Aaliyah made it. Okay. Okay, all right. Let's do attendance again. Where's my roster at? There it is. Physics students. There we go. So, Bagardo's here. Camacho's here. This Childs is missing. Oh, okay. Who else? Mr. Curtis is supposed to be here again. I gotta tell him he's got me twice. Courtney Dixon is absent. Frida Johnson. Oh, there's Mr. Curtis. Cool. You made it. Frida Johnson's absent. Gabriel's here. Aaliyah's here. Angel, I do not see Angel. All right. Oh, hey, Adam. I think he just waved at us. All right. So, no, I think I get the roll call now. Everybody, for the duration of the class, you got to keep your camera on. It's not my policy, it's CPS policy. All right, so a couple more seconds. We're going to start our norms and jump into today's problem or exercise, I should say. Okay, so you should be logged into Edsby and also have a separate screen so you can work on Google Docs. It's how you will, in fact, be able to type as I type the notes to today's assignment. And I hope you're following along. Okay, so hit OK, get this out the way. And next thing you want to do is come over here. Not the Bitmoji. You want to set up, make sure you're in the right class. So this is physics, right? You just have two screens. But first and foremost, our norms. When you go down the list and having you say a particular number of the norms, to one, check your microphone is working. Two, see if your camera's working. And then three, just to make sure you're participating, right? Attentive and participating is one of our norms. So let me go to the top. Start. Are we at the top already? No, we're not. So the 5 basic norms. Let's start with number 1, Miss Mims. Can you read that?
No one has the right to hurt another person.
Thank you. Adam, can you read number 2?
Education classroom are safe.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Curtis, can you read number 3?
We will never behave in a way that would discredit ourselves, our schools, and our family.
Thank you, sir. Courtney Dixon, welcome to class. Can you read number 4?
Sure, carry yourself as students always lady or gentleman.
Thanks, sir. Next in the list is Gabriel. Can you read number 5?
We take pride in selling content first.
Thank you, sir. I know we do. The 5 academic norms. Let's see. Who's Jacqueline? Can you read that number 1?
Respect the opinions of others.
Thank you. Mr. Gray, can you read number 2? Jarrell, are you there?
Respect the culture of the classroom.
Thank you, sir. We got a few more to go. Aaliyah, most important one. Can you read number 3?
We are here. We are attentive and participate.
Thank you, Aaliyah. Adam, number 4.
We have higher expectations of ourselves as peers and our teachers.
Thank you, sir. Lastly, that would be Courtney, number 5.
We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Thank you, sir. All right, so again, policy is we got to keep our cameras on. We got to stay present because if I call on you too many times and you don't respond, I will eject you from the class. It'll serve as absence for that day. So please pay attention so there's no confusion. Now, the first thing we want to do is make sure our screens are sized, right? You should in one screen have today's assignment. I think everybody can see it. I made sure I left at the very top because when I post the links and everything, I was getting confused. So let's go through today's agenda, and it's in SB. So let's grab it. Let me see how much I can grab and put in the chat this time. Okay, here we go. And I think next to get some points, I had Courtney speak. It's hold on, let me make sure it didn't get all of it though. Okay, so hold on, you guys, because it missed a part of it. And put it in the chat because everybody's gonna be like, I can't see that, but we need to have our screen size so you're following along. You know, if you have that, you don't need to really see my screen unless you just got lost on the step, but you should be typing with me. Okay, so the hint didn't come through, but I want to get for 30 points or 35 points. Can let's see here. Eli, can you read that? You was next in that list over there for the chat. You see it in the chat or no? Is he even there? I'm looking at some curtains. Okay, I see you now. Can you read what's in the chat, sir?
I read it.
Oh, go ahead, Leah.
Hello and good day to all future physicists. Please remember that as synchronous problem need to be completed and ready to present tomorrow in class. Asynchronous problems have to be completed as homework and will be checked tomorrow in class as well. How you say that word?
Tortoise, like
A
tortoise in the air.
tortoise race a rabbit by walking with a constant speed 2.78 centimeters per second for 52.66 seconds. How much distance does the I can't even say the word tortoise cover? How long does it take that the tortoise to walk? Centimeters. Hint hint. Solve D equals V times T for the time T.
Very good, very good, very good. And then when I'm talking about solve right there, you got 40 points, Aaliyah. When I'm talking about the hint there, it's kind of giving away the equation you're going to use. So I'm already starting you guys in advance with what to use. We're going to take these two questions, 1S and 2S. We're going to put them in a Google Doc. You do have homework problem. 3S is a problem I want you guys to work on your own, and we'll talk about it. There is also asynchronous days. Now, asynchronous day would have been yesterday. So we have to, figure out some time for us on Tuesdays to slow down and do the problems you guys didn't really get or you couldn't finish. You're gonna have a low score, but until you go back and do it, it's gonna stay low. So you have the opportunity to fix it on those asynchronous days, and I think those are called office hours for me. So with all that said, let's start our document off. You come over here and make sure you logged into your Gmail account, and once you're logged in there, if you're on a phone, again, it's this tough. You got to download, find space. I had students argue about this, but if you're on a computer, you can click on that Google Apps and open a doc. Okay. Now that we have the document established, the next thing we want to do is create blank. And I'm talking about the app established, Google Doc coming up on the screen. Click on blank once you get there and create an entirely new document. All right. So now that we have that on our screen, we're going to open up this untitled document part. A lot of students do not do this part. I do not know why. Oh, Adam left, but I don't know why. So with that said, start this off first. So do now, okay, and then it's hyphen or dash the date. The date is 11th, Veterans Day actually. So I'm gonna call my father in Memphis, and I'm gonna put your name. I'm doing our header right now. So that's the date again, 11/11, and period is second, right? You guys are physics with algebra students. Okay? That's your header. Next thing is we're gonna take the questions and try to put all the questions in there so you guys don't lose track of the work. So I'm gonna grab 1S from the chat, and then I think the rest I'm gonna grab from Edsby. So and I gotta go back and put the title in there too, right? It's doing the easiest parts for me because they side by side. So that's 1S. And I need the rest of these problems because this is your homework problem. 4A, 3S you're gonna do kind of on your own. 2S I'm gonna do with you, but it depends on how fast we finish these other problems, right? Okay, so that in essence is what you have. Who knows what today's title is? I'm trying to chat and see if somebody can type it in there. Who knows what the title is? Oh, Jacqueline, great job. She gets 15 points for that. So you got basic mathematics for physics. We can copy that title. And we're going to put that title right here. Remember, center your titles, everybody. You get points shaved off for being sloppy. So try to make your report very neat. Make this 14 so you guys can see all that. And don't forget the title goes in the middle. And now we have our exit slip part. And that's going to be our word of the day and our classroom turn of the day. Word of the day was announced at Townhouse, and it'll be said again at GGI. So just look out for that. But what was the word of the day? See, exit slip. And it's worth, say this every day, 25 points, right? Towards previous assignments, all right? So don't use it towards this assignment. This is in the case that you did bad on that quiz or something. This is how I help you guys still pass in the end. So these exit slips have to be done every day too. So what is exit slip? Again, it's the word of the day, right? And also classroom term of the day. Now, we're going to come back to that because I'm going to give you those terms later on, but I want to jump into these problems. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Now, it was read already, and I'll go through slowly so you can understand how to do the problem. A tortoise races a rabbit by walking with a constant speed of 2.78 centimeters.
Can you zoom in a little?
Sure. Does this work or no?
Yes.
Oh, no problem. All right, so I'm looking at what the tortoise is going to do, right? And remember to yesterday we did this calculation. Velocity is speed, so that'd be v equals 2.78 meters per second. I'm giving you your known values real quick, and then we have t. They ask you how much distance. Distance is basically talked about when we have this equation, and I kind of showed you the equation here. Remember, okay? So these two problems, they're pretty much saying all these problems are similar in concept. So I gave you a clue. Now we got to calculate it. So we know that if we want to calculate distance, it is equal to the velocity multiplied by time. One of your notes. That right there. So we got to keep going on because we got to flesh this out. What is each of these measured in? Distance is measured in meters. We got a small problem because we got to change centimeters to just meters. We did that yesterday too. This is going to be equal to velocity, which is meters per second. It's going to be multiplied by time, which is only in seconds. All right, so we have our dimensions or values of how these are measured. Next, we have to set the problem up mathematically, and that's already done here. So it's going to be, again, lowercase d, and I'm referencing this equation right here. So lowercase d is equal to your velocity multiplied by time. Okay? Let's continue on. Well, we need to set up our known and unknown values. So what do we know? And what don't we know? Okay? Let's jump into it. Who could tell me what the first value is? Who remembers what I said? And put it in the chat. Open the chat up so you guys can talk. Who can tell me what the first known value is here? Just from reading the problem. No one wants the 20 points, huh? That was an easy one.
The constant speed is 2.78.
Very good. That's the first one, Courtney. So that would be, again, our velocity. He gets those 25 points. So velocity, right, or speed, if it confuses you. Because we have to keep talking about physics in terms of vectors and scalars. So this is also what you would consider your speed, like Courtney was talking about. So that's going to be 2.78. And don't forget, it's centimeters, right, per second. And we have a problem with that because we can only use meters, if you remember how we did that last time. So we have to convert this centimeters down to just meters per second because we have meters per second with our velocity. I'm sorry, with our distance and our seconds. So let me grab this. And let me ask, oh, okay, no, I stand corrected. Gabriel threw some stuff in there. Okay, Aaliyah did too. All right, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Okay, I got you. Okay, so who remembers this? How do we change centimeters to just meters? We gotta do a conversion, right? So how do we rewrite that? Now, I gave you guys a link on prefixes. So I gotta find it for you again. It was an NIST, you do prefixes. I think I did this with you on Monday. Who's converting kilos, who's converting centa, and here it is. We put this in the chat in case you forget this on quiz days, Fridays. Tyler, I need to step away from you and be back. Okay, Jacqueline, just come back. Thank you for letting me know, so I didn't have to be like, oh, I got to remove her. She's back. When you come back, just let me know. So there's a link in the chat now, you guys. And what you do with that is you open it up, and it'll give you this site. And I was saying we can't use centimeters, right? So look for centa. If you look for centa and come over to the left, you'll see it's 10 to the negative 2. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to change it so we don't have centa anymore. Just say this is a form of dimensional analysis that you guys should be comfortable with right now. 10 to the negative 2. So I write 10 minus 2, but it's going to be raised to a power. So format, text, and then raise it. And just move this over. So that's your new value. Now it's in meters per second. Okay, so what is our other known value? I think in the chat, who gave that to us? It was Gabriel. He gave us another important value. That's your time. In seconds, right? So this would be your lowercase t in the equation. Equal to what? Well, we said 52.66 seconds. I'm pulling this straight from the problem, you all. And you have to have all the steps. If I got to do this work with you, you got to do it with me. If I got to do the work on this problem, you got to do the work too. So unknown value is what here? Is it how much distance? So that's your lowercase d. And it's going to be equal to some value in meters. So now we got to just go through and do the algebra, right? Because that's all we're using, strategy. Is basically, let me get this pencil out my way. I was trying to take notes on who's getting points, and I got pencils and paper in my way. All right, now I can type a little faster, geez. Okay, so basically, we're going to come down here to strategy. You guys can see that. And you're going to be solving the distance VT. So distance equal to the velocity multiplied by time. To using algebra for only distance. So you need to get distance by itself, in other words. All right, how do I do that? Well, let's take the equation and do some algebra steps. So first thing is I'm going to grab the equation, copy it, and put this here. I hope you're following these steps because people be telling me they're rusty at algebra. It's no excuse. Just practice it and you become better. So what do I do? Well, if you look at it, we don't have to do no type of algebra, right? Because you got V and T. So we just plug the values in. One time I pay attention is that some values are going to cross out everybody. So 2.10 time was 52.66 seconds. Now, if that thing said, I looked up, if it said V or T, believe me, I got some algebra steps, more algebra steps, but you don't have much to do here. And then V is, what do we say that was? Not this number, but this number, right? So we'll grab this part and we'll put that into our equation. Okay. Right here. Okay. Now, some things will cancel out, leaving only meters. So let's take a look at this. So what crosses out here? Well, this is like saying meters over second. So the second here will be a denominator. And when you multiply by these seconds, they cross out. So here's what crosses out now. This per second portion. This is like everybody, you have to have these steps. I see students skipping a lot of steps. All right, in seconds, they cross out. So we're going to rewrite it now. Hope you guys are following. And I'm going to remove this part because it's gone, right? They cancel out each other. Seconds divided by seconds is 1. And there we go. So I'm going to put parentheses right there for that. But I do want to bring the meters on the outside because we're going to do an overall calculation. So let me just remove this. and the meters go there. So et voila, it is now time to calculate. This here. I'm going to remove this because we're going to calculate it using Math Papa. I think we used that yesterday, the day before. So let me cue that up for you guys. So it's an online calculator called Math Papa. And put this over here because you guys are going to need to use this for the other problems you have to work on your own. I'll give you a small amount of time to do it too. So I'm going to say around about 10 minutes to work on solving the algebra for the 2S and getting started on 3S. Now they're easy if you know your algebra steps. But if you get stuck, I'll try to give you a few clues. Here we go. Copy this. And I just want to get this final answer, you guys, for that first problem. Okay, so that's Math Papa. Click on it and make sure you bookmark it, because if you don't have a calculator around, I think it works on both your phone and your computer or tablet if you're on that. Okay, let's jump into it. The final answer, I'm going to side by side them. See that, right? So I'm going to put this value in, 2.78 times 10 to the negative second power, multiplied by 52.66 seconds. All right, let's do that. So slowly, it's going to be 2.78. And Leah, what happened to Leah? I hope they notice affects their attendance if they stay gone. Times 10, and you raise it to the negative 2. So you hold shift, press 6, it'll raise it to that power. Negative 6. Press arrow key over. I still got to multiply it by 52.66. Welcome back, Aaliyah. What happened? You got bad internet service or something?
No, I thought that I was getting a call from UPS.
Oh.
It was.
So the answer, everybody, is 0.00. Man, that tortoise didn't really go that far. 0.146. This is for the tortoise, right? That's sad. I thought he went further than that. Yeah, he didn't cover much. So this is not exactly the rabbit and hare situation. The tortoise went far. It's going to take us more time. Okay, so I'm just bolding this answer. You guys have an understanding of what to do in this problem that I'm going to start you on for 10 minutes. You have a clue on how to set it up. I even gave you already have a hint, which is what to use, which is the same equation we used here. But this time around, you guys are not solving for a distance, right? So I would take these nodes just to kick you off with a good start and figure out what your known values are.
Mr. Tyler, can you go back to the top?
Yes, I can. The very top?
Yeah, for the unknown and the known.
Yes, like right here, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so 10 minutes I'm going to give you to work on 2S. You should have what you think your known and unknowns are. The training wheels are coming off, everybody. So you got to know what your known and unknowns are, set them up correctly, and then use a strategy to solve for only, what did they ask you for in that one? They actually solve for time. Now, if you're confused, all you have to do is understand the velocity stays the same. That's the biggest clue. This is the same velocity for the tortoise. So in essence, you have, I'm going to give you a clue, you have V, all right, if you know what that is, and you do have distance, because we calculated, no, they gave you distance here, 18 centimeters. But you got to convert 18 centimeters like I showed you above. All right, solve for the time when you get done. For 10 minutes. You should again have your knowns. You think they are. I'm going to share out in a moment.
Mr. Tyler, I can't see the top.
I know. Let me type this real quick. All right, I'm going back to the top. It's starting the clock. Sorry. Is that good enough?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the final answer, everybody, from earlier. All right, 10 minutes. Let y'all work. Should be right at this point, finishing up your notes and working on the second synchronous problem. We are going to talk about how to do it, but like I said, it used to be I did 3 problems with you, right, back to back, like we did yesterday. Now I'm doing 2, and now I'm just going to do 1 by the time we get to Friday, because you guys got to start practicing these problems. You're not going to get it through any type of watching a video, or you got to do what I'm doing, and it'll come after practice. That's the only thing I can tell you. All right, now I gotta look at the attendance log and see who left early. Bagardo came for a little bit and left. All right. I like this attendance extension. It lets you know exactly when they left too. It's cool. I missed that message, Courtney. Do you need more minutes to catch up, or because it's 10? Oh, he left. Okay. Well, oh, it looks like he's back. Which one is it? All right. Well,
No, I had put
that was a
earlier.
while ago, Courtney. Okay. Gabriel said no. Okay. Well, I don't know. Y'all got 6 more minutes to work on the 2S problem. You should have 1S done because I wanted to really talk about the 3S. You guys are responsible for all these problems. I'm gonna give you a clue as to how to do the problems, but then we got to power through if I give you a little more time because you got, that third problem in class problem to have in your notes, and you need those steps to understand the last problem. I was sitting here trying to get you guys a special treat from Google ready, so I didn't see the chat. So sorry about that. They have a special gift for you guys. Thank you for letting me know you're back there, Miss Camacho. All right, 2 more minutes. We're about ready for sharing out. Make sure the share feature is ready for you guys. It is. All right, so I'll just go down the list in a moment and see who's gotten where. I think we're on this part to us, known and unknown values. Is there anybody that thinks they know what those values would be? Okay, 18 centimeters will be your
Is
what?
it 18 centimeters?
Well, it is known, but what value? I mean, what letter are you going
The
to use?
known?
So distance, right?
Is it D?
That's its D. You just didn't say it, but yes, D is equal to 18 centimeters. But you got to change that, right? What do I change this to? Who knows? What does centi mean? Well, you don't remember. We had that prefix. Let's go back to it for a second. Remember, it was centa. That
Is it
was
per second?
this to the negative second. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, so it's the same thing. We're just going to change it. So it's going to be, instead of 18 centimeters, it's going to be 18 times 10. And then you got to raise it to the negative 2 meters. That's just meters. Okay. I'm going to keep this going. Unknown was what? What did the question ask us for? That'd be the time, right?
Yes, time.
So we got to put T,
Yeah.
right? Because it says how long. We're ready for share outs almost. Explain just a little more. Let's move out the way. And question mark. Remember, time is only measured in seconds, everyone. Okay, so what else did they say we had? Well, if you go back, we know the tortoise's velocity. So we take this value here, where it is 2.78 times 10 to the negative 2 meters per second. So grab that. And that goes here as well. So I'm saying the velocity is the same, everybody. Okay, so we have everything we need to begin solving for time. What's the first thing you want to do? Like, or before I go too far, did anybody get this done, or should I just go through it? So wait a minute, hold on. Courtney said 100 in measurements. Okay. I think he was probably trying to get the answer to the negative 2 part. But who knows who has done this much? Because it's time for sharing out. It's 10:50. Or should I just power through the second problem? Do you know what to do? Power through. Okay. So we'll do share outs tomorrow because I want you to have all the steps you need. And
We can't do it. We can't do it at the end of the class.
we
share out?
can, yeah. But I'm looking at these people. They're leaving and coming back. Okay, there he is. I'm like, what's going on? Dang. So let me just go ahead and give you the steps, right? So what you want to do is you want to do D is equal to, because it's 10:50. And yes, I'm going to put some of the notes in the chat for you guys. So velocity, right? You just basically use all this. But we got to get T by itself. In order to do that, I'm gonna divide by what I don't want next to the variable T. So that'll be, in this case, the velocity. So let's put this in parentheses because we're going to change it now. This is a change from the first equation that I have there under strategy to the next. So there we go, and then we do this. So this is a change as well. And now this is divided by what? I told you, velocity. So parentheses v. And what you do to one side, you gotta do to the other, right? So let's grab it. And that's the principle of algebra at its finest. So we have d, and this turns a distance. And this is a change too, because we're just gonna keep them grouped. Because when we put the numbers in, I want them to stay in parentheses. Makes it easier for you. And so we know some things are going to cancel out in the next step. So let's do that. What are we left with now? Well, we know this velocity and that velocity divide out to make 1. So let's cross that out. And the same goes true for here. Okay. So far, so good. I hope I didn't lose anybody. We're about to rewrite the equation now, clean it up. So that'll just simply be what? Well, if I put this back, we know all of this is gone because we're going to put t on the other side. In math, you have to write left to right. So time is equivalent to distance divided by the velocity. All right. So let's start putting our numbers in. And I want to make sure you guys cancel it out correctly. So just pay attention at what crosses out and everything. Zoom in a little more. All right, so you see what crosses out there in the second problem. And you should have your known and unknown set up as well. I'm having internet issues, Courtney. Okay, just try your best to stay on there. I don't know how you're going to fix that. I don't know whose internet you got, or if you got a hotspot. I don't know what you got. But do your best to try to stay in here. Let me hurry up so he can have a moment. Y'all can have a break. So now we can put the values in, right? Go back to your known values. We just did this. So it's not going to be 18 centimeters. It's going to be 18 here times 10 to the negative 2 meters. Remember, we have to use only meters. That's our distance. It's the velocity. And the velocity was put in our known values as well. Here, and put that inside the parentheses. Okay. So let me do this so you can see the prior step. So I think I just wrote into the prior step instead of giving you the prior step. So let me do that again. And this is what we started with, and I put the numbers in just a moment ago. All right. So that's pretty much what's happened. Now we got to cancel some things out. Like this. And plug that there. So what crosses out here? If you paid attention, it's meters, right? So it'll be meters divided by meters, which will leave just seconds. Let's cross out our meters. Cross that out, and meters per right here is gone too. So let's rewrite the equation. And drop it down one. And what do we got? So if we come here, we're removing this, right? And we're also removing this. So now I'm gonna put seconds on the outside of this. There we go. King of beauty. All right. So now we can use MathPapa to calculate the final answer. And that part I want you to do, all of you guys to do. And put the notes in here. I think I've done a whole lot. As you see, there's a lot of steps to help you guys out. So you can't always say Tyler's evil. No, I'm just a very strict parent. I mean, not of other people's kids, but especially, I mean, of mine, I want to say. So let me grab these notes. You should have the question and everything. So let me start off with what fits in the chat. And I hope all of this does, but we're going to try it. So that's your notes for that part. Did everything go? I'm taking a look here. Yeah, but it looks wrong, a lot of it. And you guys see why, right? Like, for instance, the time is supposed to be raised to 10 to the negative 2 power. If you copy and paste that over without editing it, I mean, it's the smallest things. Edit your notes so there are scientific documents. That's what you're getting graded on, and that's why you guys is having a hard time with this, because there's a lot of little bitty stuff you got to do here and there, and you have to do all of it to get maximum credit. So let's see here. It is, how are we doing on time? 10:56. We got here 11:10. I think we can do a round of share outs. You think? I mean, I want to get you guys some participation points. So who is confident right now? Or you guys just want to use this time to catch up and look at the screen and try to get it edited right? Or you got to tell me what you want to do. Try and get a pulse from you guys. All right, so let me go down the list. Aaliyah, what say you?
I'll say that we should finish the work.
So you mean problem 3?
That too, but I'm saying like, cause it's taking time for us to type this all up. This is too much.
Well, it's due by 8. Yeah, so it's supposed to be. That's what they told me. Make you guys ready. But it's all due by 8, so don't panic. So the next question is it's pretty straightforward, guys. As the equations is right here, area is equal to pi times the radius, and it's r squared. It keep kicking me out. Okay, who's kicking you out? Your internet? That means your internet is intermittent. It's going in and out. Are you by the router, Courtney, or are you far away from the router? What? Oh, Courtney gave us an answer, I think. Hold on, what is this? T equals 0.5. Yeah, that's a long number, Courtney. So I think Courtney's saying this. I haven't calculated it yet, but I think I'm gonna give him points if he's right. Let me see here. You guys got to have the report ready to share tomorrow, though, if you're not sharing now. Oh, that was me, Gabriel. Oh, Gabriel was. I'm sorry. I need your glasses. I just saw that. Look, it was above Courtney's name. He says, I'm by the router, and that's not me. Sorry about that, yeah. Okay. So, Gabe, you put it in Math Papa? Is that what you did? I'm showing you guys what you could do to get that problem done, to make sure you got it done. If you put that in like he did, I think he said yes. He said yes. So you type in like this is 2.78, right? In case nobody didn't calculate this part yet. Times 10, hold shift, 6, and it's -2. And Gabriel's on the money. All right. So that answer goes here, everybody. Don't forget about that. It's not question mark. I just put that there so you guys could try it out. For problem 3S, it is not difficult. This is pretty much an independent problem. I want you guys to try out, see if you get the hang of it. R is radius, so that's going to be 14.88. Pi is usually 3.14, if you know the number pi. So what do I mean by pi? To use it in a calculation, you write the equation for you guys, and you can set up your known and unknowns on your own. So that'll be area, right? This is an easy problem, Leah. She's like, just do it. So area, known to set you guys up, is, all right, you can say A for area if you're doing the actual activity. A, come on now. And that'll be equal to pi. So pi is, if you don't know what it is, 3.14. You can use that as an approximation. Parentheses, multiplied by radius, r, close parentheses, then you're going to say you're going to raise this to the power of 2, because it's squared. They already give you r. You just put that in the equation and you got area. But you got to, do the problem. This is me forcing you to use Math Papa. So let's see here, raise this up. And I think this is an elementary school problem too. So now, if I rewrite this, because that's the equation you're going to use, I should have what known values? I have, like I said, r for radius, and that was 14.88 meters. I'm just doing some of it because Aaliyah said, just move on. Pi, you would hit insert. Yes, you got to do it this way. Special character and put the pi symbol in there because you guys are high-level students. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. So select special characters, arrows, math. We've done this before. In case you haven't, you might as well get used to it. And type in PI for pi. I'm going to come down here and find me a good-looking pi, and I'm going to put it there. You should do the same. And yes, I'll put some of these notes in the chat as well, but that is 3.14, in case you didn't know. And it keeps going, but you just use 3.14 for approximation. So I think that's it. Strategy. And the rest is on you, and you guys to finish it off. It's really easy if you just calculate it out. Solve for area. And if you look below, here's the equation, right? A known value is, in case you're wondering, it's very obvious. Let me just come over here. A known value, the problem is asking you, is, of course, your area, right? And that's going to be meters squared, by the way, because you see it's they raise the r's raised to the power of 2. So we're going to put this to the power of 2, and this is meters. All right. So everybody got those notes, or can I share some quick before because I have internet? Yes, sir. Go right ahead. I wish you would have said something. I didn't know you had text something in there. Is it letting you share? Because I think it's on. Let me see here. Yeah, I left it on so you guys could participate. So your share button should be activated. There you go. Let's see how much he's got done. Courtney, it's not letting me see your screen yet. It's probably gonna take some time, huh? Oh, there you go. Something's showing. Now, what? Okay, you working on your phone? Where's your document at? Okay. Oh, he's working offline, eh? Okay. I didn't know you can do that. Okay. Curtis left. I was gonna ask him to share. Okay. All right. Well, I've seen it. I see. It seems like you did a lot, Courtney. I want you to make sure you get all steps. Who's next? He had to leave because he said the internet was acting up. So, Aaliyah or Gabriel or Gray, are you there? You guys are ready to share what you have so far?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and share. Oh, Gabe jumped in front of you. Okay. Oh, Aaliyah's jumping out there. Okay, guys, leave your screens running. I can check on it one at a time. So, Aaliyah, you got to turn sideways. Okay, Gabe, you stopped sharing, but I was going to check yours in a second. Oh, thank you, Aaliyah. That's so much better. Okay. That's pretty good. And you got 2S done. Did you see 3S in the steps or no? Okay. So you got your in-class points though. Who's next? Gabriel, go ahead and share your screen. Or Gray, whoever. Okay, Gray's got.
Mr. Tyler, it's too close up. Like, I can't see the full.
Oh, it's too close up. I see you, Gray. I wish you would turn your phone sideways. Does it work that way? Yeah. All right. So, whose is this? This is who's presenting here? Now, this is Gabriel, right? Okay. He's got majority of everything.
So the people that showed, you can leave, right?
He's just ready to go. You guys can't leave that early. You can leave in 5 more minutes. Okay. Wait a minute, no. 5 more minutes will be over. Yeah, you can leave now. I'm sorry. Yeah. I had to look at that clock, right?
Mr. Tyler, can you show the third
Yeah.
what?
My screen is. You want to see my screen? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
That helps.
And can you go back all the way to the top so I can screenshot it?
Okay. So we're at like here.
Yeah.
Where else?
All the way to the top too.
Here.
Yeah. And for the first problem, so I can see it, so I can edit it.
So you talking about the notes for the problem or the problem?
The notes.
Okay. So the first problem. This is the notes, distance, and all of this here, right?
Mhm.
Move that out your way. All right. Okay, yeah, I know. This thing is relentless. You ever scroll down some more?
Mm-hmm. You scroll down some more.
All right.
A little bit more. All right.
All right. So you got everything, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. All right. So don't forget about 3S, and then try your best on 4A. Just follow the equation and solve it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. See you later. You got your townhouse link, so get over there.
Okay.